more founders than ever are signing up for endurance events like HYROX, Marathon, Ironmans, and there's a reason for that. Entrepreneurs are starting to understand that endurance training builds on the same traits you need to build a successful business. And when you combine the two, you perform better at both areas. Many entrepreneurs, they deal with the same things. They have high stress, they sit a lot, they work long days and long weeks. You try to fit some training in, but motivation goes up and down. And you have good weeks and then you have bad weeks and you feel like you are falling behind. Like you want to get in a good shape, but you don't have the structure for that. You want to feel healthy, but you're not consistent enough. When work takes over, training is the first thing that you remove from your day-to-day schedule. And this is why many founders are turning towards endurance sports nowadays, because you cannot fake your way through a marathon or an Ironman prep. You need a system and you need structure and you need patience to actually make it work. And endurance sports, they teach the same traits you need into building a successful business. And training for some form of race that strengthens your skills that applies to basically all areas of your life. The first one I want to mention is discipline. Like it's your ability to keep showing up even when you don't see any results, even when your day are full of stuff you need to do. But discipline is very important to build this endurance, to endure and keep going, right? Then the second one is delayed gratification, or like patience and, long-term thinking. Like we're not chasing any quick wins. And we know that from building businesses. Nothing happens overnight, or like there's no overnight success. And there's no such thing in the endurance sport as well. So you really learn your ability to have the patience of keep showing up. Eventually, over time, you build a massive success because you're stacking those small micro wins day by day by just keeping showing up. And the third one, which is very important, which is focus, or more of your like mental clarity in a way. Training gives you the space to just do a reset of yourself. And for myself, like during my long runs or long rides, I always do them when I'm outdoors without headphones or anything. I just try to be present, think, and discuss with myself around all my thoughts. And I always get back very refreshed and resetted to tackle what's next. And then the fourth one, which is stress management. Entrepreneurship, it brings a lot of stress. You have a lot of factors in this that needs to play right in order for it to make it work. Maybe you're betting a lot of money in it, time, whatever it is. Like it brings a lot of stress, but training gives you the ability to handle the stress with structure, physical activity, and just a system that actually works. You become more calmer and sharper and take better decisions when it comes to work-related stuff. And then the fifth one I want to say is identity and confidence. Like when you sign up for a bigger endurance event like an Ironman, you start to shift your mindset or your identity to become an entrepreneurial athlete. Like you now have to perform both in your business but also with your endurance journey, because you have a big goal in mind. So you shift your mindset, which also leads to you shifting your habits and optimizing your habits to actually be able to perform in both areas with entrepreneurship and the athletic journey. We all know that motivation, it gets you going, but it will not keep you going. You need that identity, that some form of discipline to get yourself to keep showing up. And then the sixth one is community and accountability. Like entrepreneurship can be very lonely, and endurance training can also be very lonely. But we know that there's a lot of people out there that are doing both things and want to have a community where we do it together. And now we see more and more people going into these two spaces, and communities are forming everywhere right now. And like during my first Ironman preparation, I was working full time, like 50, 55 hours average per week, traveled every second weeks for a few nights, doing my Ironman prep, doing my weekly YouTube vlogs, trying to build some form of business on the side. And the training was what kept me going, what was kept me grounded and gave me the structure an ability to do all things I had on my agenda. And like my morning sessions I did before work, they gave me the best possible start to be able to perform the hours I had ahead of me with my day job, maybe more training, and then my own job I did on the side with my own business, right? And then the long rides on the weekends, they gave me the chance to somewhat recover from all the screen time and stuff like that. Of course, when I train inside on the trainer, I watch something. But when I'm outdoors, like you get the chance to somewhat recover, but it's like active recovery in that sense. But at this time, I quickly realized that endurance training, it's more than that. For me, it's a performance tool for me to perform awesome in all areas of my life. That is why I think many entrepreneurs are choosing endurance sports in combination with their founder journey. It's not necessarily to become an elite athlete, but it's to be able to be the best possible founder and to build the best possible business. Like when you train for a race, you get more energy, you feel more stable, and you make even better decisions. Your confidence grows, your health improves, and you start moving with purpose. You don't need those 15, 20-hour training weeks or like perfect training days. You need the right identity and a repeatable system that keeps you showing up day by day, week by week, right? And if you're in this like space now, maybe you've signed up for an endurance sport or thinking about it, and you are an entrepreneur, founder, creator, like visionary, and you feel like you're alone in this journey, I've created a community for people just like you and me, and it's called Entrepreneurial Athletes Club. You have a link via in the description down below. And in there, you will find like minded people sharing their wins, asking questions, and just staying accountable together. And we will host webinars with nutrition brands, physios, dietists, other entrepreneurs, performance coaches. And the first webinar is in January with Never Second, and then a representative from their nutrition team will jump on the call and talk a bit more about nutrition when it comes to endurance training. And if you're interested in joining this community, you have the link down below. I actually have a Black Friday offer for 50 people that could join now for a very, very good price. So make sure you claim one of those spots. And that's the video actually. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts about this topic, please leave it in the comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram if you want to continue to talk about this topic. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you inside the community or at least in the next video. So that's it. Peace.